Ready?
Yep.
Hi, everybody. How was your Halloween? Mine was great. I stayed home and handed out candies to the little trick-or-treater guys. Those costumes are they're just so cute. Oh my God, they're just so cute.
How many did you have come over?
I don't know.
I only had like
maybe
one.
about 100. It's crazy because they come up and the parents are all have them in their golf carts because I live in a golf course community. So they have all the golf carts all decorated up, and the parents are all lined up out there and they're talking, and then the kids are running up to the door and they're touching everything in the front yard. It's just really kind of cool. It really is. But there's this golf cart just a mile long. You think the whole country club's sitting out there on the golf cart. So, I think that's neat. But yeah, I just answered the door. The minute I go sit down, that darn thing would ring again. I just go sit down and then ring again.
Yeah, I only had one. I'm jealous.
But I was stressing a little bit because these kids, they like the candy. They go in there with the little tykes coming up with the little hands going there. All of a sudden, their hands get this big, And I think I'm going to run out of candy. What am I going to do? I have to turn out the lights on my house or something like this. But I didn't run out of candy, so I was so cute. I think about next year, I'm going to dress up like maybe Lurch or something like that because I got half of it going on already. Or Cousin It, maybe the hair thing.
You should dress up like Andy Dufresne from Shawshank Redemption.
Except he just looks like a normal guy.
Yeah, exactly. Just put the clothes on. It wouldn't be any effort.
Normal. They're kids. They're not going to know Shawshank Redemption. That's a rated R movie, I think.
I don't think it is.
PG. We got to stick to the PG.
Us adults will know.
Like, I care for them. I want for the little tykes. The kids that are trick or not. I don't care for you adults, but just for the little kids that are trick or treating. Okay, so we have our memberships up and running. And we see that we've had a couple of purchases here. We got a few more purchases. Thank you so much for donating and helping this channel. And there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff with memberships. So if you haven't got your membership, see what it's all about. You might find it's something you definitely want to do. We're going to be answering some questions today. And we're going to give away, 2 astrological chart readings?
Yes, sir.
So pick them, Chris, on who they're going to. Go right now and pick them.
Oh no! Put on the spot. I have no idea.
On the spot.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to pick Janet Morris. You're going to get an astrological chart reading, free astrological chart reading. And I'm going to pick Kelly Davis. You're going to get an astrological chart reading. So call our office at 408-379-7070 or askchrisrightnow.com and let them know that you guys won and you want your charts done. Okay? Cool.
Awesome.
Oh, look it. We got Lily. Hi, Lily. You're a new member. Welcome to the family. Thank you for your donation. We really do appreciate that because that just inspires me more because it means that, the hard part is I got to go back to Copperopolis where we have a place down there. And we have, I don't know if you guys know these big storage containers, these huge like mobile storages. Well, we have like 5 on the property and my mom's stuff is filled from the bottom to the top. And every time we're trying to go get the audios and videos of her, it's always in the middle and the smallest part of the thing that you can get. So we got to go dig through all the boxes and get all that type of stuff so we can digitalize it and enhance it and bring it up to speed today's technology world from beta, VHS. And so we have some stuff on there now. It gives you a little clip of it of the psychic or spiritual armor rather. And that's a real good series too as well. And I want to say hi to some people. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Georgianne. Hi, Tracy.
So to correct you, it was not the astrological chart reading. It was the dream analysis that those 2 people won.
Oh, sorry.
Just
dream analysis. You won.
There's a lot of just stuff going on behind the scenes.
Okay. Yeah. I did a boo boo. So dream. You get the dream analysis then.
Still very, very cool.
Okay. All right.
So Susanna says, "Who was I in my first life?"
Who was she in her first life? The only way I could get something in your lives is if you have some type of karma or cell memory. If you have the karma or cell memory, it would kind of give me like a bird's eye view of what that would be like and what was going on, what was happening. And then we could kind of get you to see that from an outsider's point of view, and that could kind of get that to relax a little bit more within your self-conscious and you release it. If you don't have something like that, I will be a little bit more at a loss. I could say that was in the Viking time period, if we're going to the first one. But what you actually did in life, that would take a regression. And wait. I don't think you need a regression simply because you haven't brought any karma or cell memory in. So this would just be kind of fancying your curiosity, if you will. I think I would just, pass on that. You do what you want, though.
Michelle says, what would my guardian angel like me to know?
Well, I think, as all guardian angels, I think there's some that are chomping at the bit to get to know us. So why don't you try to do your best to relax your mind? That doesn't have to be all day. Just for however long it takes you to ask a question, get an answer. And by doing that, then speak out loud initially at first. It's easiest to make the contact. So you make the contact, but you got to be able to be relaxed or you're not going to get the information. So sit into a simplistic room, put your music on, sing your own karaoke, whatever you're going to do to relax. Give that a couple of minutes. You'll be at that alpha state right before you get to the daydream stage is where we want you to be. Then you'll ask the question. The answer will come in. Time will pass. You'll see your accuracy. Then you're in tune with your guide, which means you always will be in tune. It's just like riding a bike. Once you ride a bike, you always ride a bike. And this is great for you because it'll help you all through your life. So that's wonderful. So you can ask your guide what you want them to know, or what they want you to know.
Lily says, when will my son's case be dropped?
Be what?
Her son's case be dropped.
Well, I think it's going to go through. I don't think it's going to be dropped per se, but I think they're going to plea bargain it down to very much close to nil, but not technically completely dropped. So, but good enough to it. So there's nothing that's going to cause havoc in the future by any means at all. So just relax yourself on this right now.
Tricia says, could you tell me what my life partner will look like?
Yeah, that would be dirty blonde and hazel eyes, fair to normal skin coloring, a little bit darker skin than I am. About 6'1.5" or so. It says he's 6'2". It's a little bit of an exaggeration. Very nice features. An oval shaped face, but higher cheekbones. Character lines within the forehead. Looks a little bit kind of like Irish, if that helps. But handsome, for sure.
So thank you, Teresa and Ramona, for joining memberships.
Thanks, guys. Welcome to the family.
Ladybug says, why does my husband get frustrated with me when I'm doing something good for the house?
Well, I mean, I remember giving you a reading, dear. He gets frustrated with you all the time. If you're there or you're not there, he gets frustrated with you. So, I mean, just shrug your shoulders and keep on doing what makes you happy. Because when it gets right down to it, he loves you. He just doesn't understand that you can't just sit down there right by him and just give him all the attention because you got 90 million things that you're doing all the time. So, I wouldn't let this worry you.
So I think we're going to hear this a lot. Thank you, Anastasia and Aaron, for joining as members.
Yes, welcome to the family. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the donations because it just helps Chris come in and help me set this up because, as you guys know, if he wasn't here or my kids are not here, I just want to know where the live button is to touch the live button, okay? Because when my screen goes blank, his screen's still working, so I know you guys can see me. In the beginning when I started this, it was a little weird when I'm doing it and looking at myself like, wow. Chris, stop touching your face so much. You're monitoring yourself so much.
When I was doing my old live streams that I used to do, I'd look at myself and go, wow, I look like crap today. And just sit there thinking about that the whole time.
The hardest thing for me to hear is my voice on audio tape. Like, who's that guy? It sounds familiar, but who is that? That's me? Oh, no. No, I can't watch myself. I just can't seem to do
hard.
it. I just can't. I would just pick myself to pieces. Don't want to do it.
Lori says, hi Chris, happy Sunday. I was wondering if you could tell me who comes around me besides my spirit guides.
No one except for your grandma, but your grandma has been a mother to you in the past life, has been an older aunt to you, and then grandma here. So the soul connection is strong, and many years they'll be there for you again. But she pays you a lot of visits, so I think that's going to be always coming in. Look at all these emojis someone sent me. Do you know who that's from?
I do not. I'm still way scrolled up.
There's so many emojis, we can't find your name.
Crystal says, my friend Kelly has a question. Is her baby's father Brendan?
Yes, I do believe so. Hi, Kelly Higgins. You're a member. Welcome to the family. They get that little, my branding when they're a member.
Helps the cute little butterfly?
Yeah. Butterfly? It's a phoenix.
Phoenix, excuse me, sorry.
Butterfly.
I had the right wings,
Well, flies, I'm going to give you that much, but that's it.
Crystal says, how many lives have I lived?
If you include the one you're doing now, 23.
Lily says, should I go back to school?
I would say most definitely yes, because what I believe it's going to do for you with your confidence and self-esteem, and you're just coming from knowing, and if it's going to give you that much encouragement and fulfillment just by having your degree, then by all means do it. You're as smart as a whip, so I'd say you almost don't need it. And what's really kind of crazy and unusual is that, you can have a master's in underwater basket weaving, and a tech company or another place will hire you because you have a master's degree. It just doesn't have to be in anything that you went to school for. So I would do the schooling because of how much it's going to make you feel about your life, and that's really important. If it makes you that confident, absolutely, definitely yes.
Andrea says, do you see a job change for me?
Not at this point, no, and I don't want you leaving it either because there's nothing right now. So please, let COVID keep dying down like it's dying down, thank goodness, and give this about 6 months, and you could look into HR at that time, but please don't do anything right now. I don't want you out of work for 6 months saying, Chris, you told me so, I didn't say that, so just stay where you're at, please.
DC says, hi Chris, am I ever going to get a divorce?
Well, you have to be the one to do it, and I think you're just afraid because I think you've gone through this already 4 or 5 times in your mind, and it's grueling, and I think there's going to be a big fight because there is. And they're used to court systems, are used to it. Be kind, be sweet, be loving, but you need to get out of this. I don't know what you're waiting for. I think if someone were to get a hold of your spouse and they were going to get married, I honestly think you'd be genuinely happy. So it's over, but it's not going to do it by itself. So if I was you, I would pick a date in my mind and say, okay, at this point in time, I'm just going to start the proceedings and get it done because it's wearing on you.
Anastasia says, hi Chris and Chris, can you tell me where I will meet my life partner?
I believe it's in a large mall, but not at the mall. There looks like there's a bank that's in the parking lot and like a restaurant that stands out by itself alone. And I don't really know if you're in the bank or at the Versatillers by the side of the bank. We get money on the thingies. But it looks like it's just around that type of atmosphere. So you don't have to worry about dating services or bars or nightclubs. You hate that stuff anyway. So just be out and about and, activate, and it's coming.
Teresa
Hi,
said,
Martha Curry. She's a member. Sorry.
no worries.
And Connie Lemos, that's a member. And Sam. Look at all you members. You guys go.
That's like, what, 9?
And Debbie, hi.
Minutes?
Hi, members. Hi, family.
So Teresa says, I've been listening to you, or your mom, you, and your kid's daughter for years. Thank you for the good vibes, and I love your cats. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. Did you mention my cat? Okay. You got lucky. No, I'm just kidding. I love my Booty. In case you don't know why she's named Booty, it's not because she's got a big butt. It's because she hid in my boots for the first year. She was a rescue cat. She was under a bridge for a whole week. And then I got her, and I just love her to pieces. She's more like a dog, though. She'll go in my bathtub with me. She'll go on my dirt bike with me. She'll go on my boat with me. She'll go in my truck and lay in the dashboard and slide from one end to the other. She will do everything with me. She puts her arms around me and kisses me. I got to get that on my YouTube thing because people just say, oh. But their tongues are really weird. You know how dry they are?
Cat tongues are weird.
They drink, when they lick, they scoop it backwards into their mouth. I never knew that. I never knew that. My cat will only drink if the faucet is running. She'll have a bowl of water and just look at me like, Dad, where's the water? It's right there. Oh, no, that ain't the water. The faucet's got to be running. And just like 2 nights ago, I what am I doing? And I remembered I left the damn faucet on. So, but yeah, she only likes running water. Now, sprinklers going outside? No. But and she does get out once in a while. When she gets out, it's like a military house. I'm just, because I live up here in the hills, and there's like elk up here, and there's coyotes up here, and all kinds of wildlife. Not that I would have a problem with her being out. It's just I don't want a bigger animal getting her. So she used to wear a really nice necklace around with a bell on it. I'm thinking, she's a target out there. I got to get the darn bell off her. So, but just the last week, my son picked me up, and we got in the van. We came home. It was a great drive, just no traffic. He opens the door. She goes, bing, right out the door. She's at my next door neighbors, and they have 2 big, huge chows. And the chows are in the house, and I'm calling my cat. I'm like reaching through the rebar, the fencing, because it's all, what do you call it? Iron fencing up here.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, just like this far away from my grasp. And she wouldn't come to me. I was getting so agitated. And like 3 hours. She's meow, 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 meow. Starts to drizzle a little bit. Then she runs right out the little thing. And then right up into my house. I'm like, oh my God, I can go to bed now. Okay, back to you guys. Sorry.
Beth says, will I be financially stable?
Yeah, but that means you're going to work your whole life, but that's not a problem. You like your work, you're smart, and you're going to be doing a lot better with the savings and getting more of your credit back shaped up. Not that it's bad, but you're going to fine tune it, and you're going to be saving more, so I'm happy for you.
Thank you, Corina and Debbie Toe Producer, for becoming new members.
Where do you see them at now?
They're way up there.
Okay, thank you guys. Appreciate it. We're getting a bigger, happier family. I'm loving it. It just means we're going to do my mom's videos, and I'm going to be doing some videos too. We're going to be doing hypnosis school eventually. We're going to be doing psychic development classes eventually. Regression, we'll be doing all of it. But right now we got dream analysis and astrological chart readings. Check that stuff out. I think you'll find that it's really dynamite. You'll really love it.
Ramona says, hi Chris, could you please tell me when I will find a good man?
Well, if you're talking about the permanent man, there's a gentleman that's coming in sooner. I would say probably January, about the middle of it. I think you like him. I think he's okay. I think he's boring. And I think he's got black hair, balding. He's Hispanic, happy person, but not your type of personality per se. Very kind, very loving, but there's no... you're going to like the guy, but the chemistry, the connection's not there. The chemistry and the connection will be at the very tail end of 2021. So that means like this time next year. So that's good. He also has dark hair and dark eyes. I don't want you to get the two confused, okay? So the first one, you might see 3 or 4 times, then kind of friends, kind of goes by the wayside. But the one towards the end of the year, that would be more turning into the potential of a life mate with, your selective way, meaning that you know what you like.
Karina says, I feel so lost. Am I on the right path?
I think you're just going through a desert period. You're not lost. It's just nothing's happening. So a desert period is kind of designed to kind of like the calm before the storm. And the storm doesn't mean it's always going to be rambunctious or agitating or negative. It's positive. It's just that sometimes we just go through desert periods. Everybody has it, including myself. So don't let your mind wander with this because you're not off track. Now I see my eyes going for it, seeing who's doing the membership thing now.
Yeah, you're going to notice
I'm like looking at between the emojis and trying to find my wings there.
And you can't even do the colors.
No, but I can see the wings.
Yeah, the wings stand out. They do stand out quite a bit, but I feel like not
in case
enough.
You didn't get that, what Chris just said, I'm semi-colorblind. I can see yellow, turquoise, white, and black. Other colors are difficult for me to see. But I memorize everything. So if I were to go shopping, I will just have a dress thing and I ask, okay, what color is this? What color is that? And I know what goes with what, and I just remember it. So it's not as bad for a person that's not colorblind to kind of clash a little bit with colors. But for me, oh, no, I got to make sure I match. Absolutely.
Sam says, hi, Chris. Will I be able to get a good job next year in Washington?
I think a great job. I think good is not saying enough. I think great because I think who you're going to work for is not lenient, but just a real good organization, and they take care of their employees, and you're going to really feel like you're making a good difference in doing what you're doing. So that's everything. I mean, I can't thank God and all you guys and everything enough. I love my job. I just love it. I love it. I love it. Because think about it. Every half an hour, I'm in a different place in the world. And a lot of times, call me a messenger, call me a psychic. A lot of times, I learn a lot with you. And that makes me want to cover my 2-hour window of time. If you guys ever want to book a reading with me, I ask for a 2-hour window of time. And the reason why is because I never know what I'm getting myself into until I'm on the phone with you. Once I'm on the phone with you, I'm stuck. I can't call my staff, can't call, the client. I'm just there. Why? Because it's important. It's your life. I'm going to finish my job, which means I'm going to answer every single solitary question you got to where you're sitting there and saying, I don't know what else to ask you, Chris. Then we can be done. But if you guys were my psychic and I was seeing you and the time frame came and you said, okay, got to go, goodbye, and I'm looking at my list and there's a few questions there, I'm going to feel cheated, ripped off. I'm going to feel like I wasn't thorough, or I'd be unhappy. I won't do that to you. I will stay with you until it's done. Why? It's the right way to do business, for one thing. And I've got to be able to finish it because I got to live with myself too. Because it's important because it's your life, but it's important because it's my life too. Why? Because I've been the last 38 years of my life doing this. I want to keep doing it. So you got the choice of cutting it off right at that time or finishing, and I choose to finish. My mother would laugh at me because she'd say, Chrissy, just tell him you'll call him on the 23rd. Well, I'd say, Mom, well, Sylvia, what does that mean? She said, well, my mom would call you. If you miss my mom's phone call, they'd go back 3 years. I said, Mom, I'm not Sylvia Browne. I'm Chris Dufresne. I'm your son. I can only ask for a 2-hour window of time. And she'd be laughing at me because she knows I'm going back into the reading room, going to make my call, and I'm getting my rear ripped off because I'm out my 2-hour window. I will always call you. Now, in the month of April and the month of December, it's more melancholy. It's tax time. So I seem, for whatever reason, run later on those months. So if you're booking with me around that time, please have some patience for me, because trust me when I tell you, if you run over, I'm going to do that with you too. You'll get the same time. So I know your time is very important, but we're not goofing around over here. We're just, sometimes there's just a lot of emergencies in one day, and there's no way to know until we're on the phone. And then there's too much, you can't do much about it.
Maureen says, how do I prepare for the next stage of my life?
By not worrying for a change, by simplifying it, and asking yourself the biggest question of all. How can I find, meaning you, how can I find my own personal happiness? And what would that be? For everyone, it's going to be different. But that's what we're here to do, find our own personal happiness.
Brenda says,
have you found your own personal happiness?
Oh, of course.
What's your own personal happiness?
I get to play with cameras all day. I make art for a living. That's
yeah,
as good as it can be for me.
I would like that, except I don't want to do the technical part of that. I don't like the technical. I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't want to learn it.
Have you tried painting?
What?
Painting. Like, have you tried it?
No. Well, kind of. Well, I was younger, I painted, but I haven't experienced a lot of painting lately.
I like painting. Painting is fun.
I like my cars.
It's like art with all.
I like cars.
Yeah,
I like cars.
Cars are fun as
putzing
well.
around my cars, cleaning my cars, doing anything with my cars. Like my cars, like my cat, like my clients. I'm happy doing my job every day. I mean, I'm happy with that.
That's what I'm happy with as well.
Well, I'm glad you're here doing the camera thing, because I don't want to do the camera thing. Not anything against you guys doing the camera thing. It's just I can't.
I love it. Oh.
I just want to know where the live button is and push it and go on. That's what I want to do.
There's times for both, I find, for doing all the serious like technical stuff and then also doing.
You know what? The more I get technically inclined, because I'm smarter now than I was last year, the more I know, the less I know, okay?
Exactly.
Because I don't know, I'm not gaining as fast as technology is coming, okay?
Neither am I.
I'm not on that thing, but so I feel like I'm just going to do what I love to do, and then, have someone like you here to do the other part of it.
Yeah, it's really nice to just be able to hit the start button and have somebody do it for you.
Because I wouldn't be able to relax if I had to do all this and trying to read the things before they go past, and if something shuts down as a blank screen. Because if I didn't have a backup here, I think, well, no one can see me. I guess I better go off. And
there's too many messages too quickly to be able to read them before they disappear. I'm scrolled probably 300 messages up. Just like waiting for donations.
Well, and I love that. Well, we're gonna answer donations or no donations. Let's answer questions.
Yeah, just answer questions.
But I mean, it's just easier for me to just stay focused on being the psychic and leave the technical stuff to other people.
I agree. Brenda says, "Will my business be successful?"
Well, I mean, common sense wise and average wise, definitely yes, it will be successful down the road. It's going to take you a good 2 years and 9 months to make money at the business. So, and that's very common. Ask anybody that opens a business. That's pretty much standard protocol.
Yeah, it's what happened with me as well.
So after that, the business, just because you open a business doesn't mean it's going to do good. It can fail and throw you into bankruptcy. It can do that. I don't believe it'll do that. I believe it'll be successful. So therefore, I would do it. But just don't branch out and do more than just don't do two. Just do one, okay? Don't do two, because one could be good and one could be drawing from the one that is good. So just two is bad, one is good.
Shelly Ann says, my partner struggles with addiction and I'm struggling and staying after all of these years. I've had enough. Will he ever get the help that he needs?
No. He doesn't want to. I mean, he'll straighten out for maybe a month or a couple weeks. I got cramp on my leg. And then he'll go right back to it. So, I mean, it's good that he gives himself a couple weeks to a month that he's clean and sober, but he doesn't want to do it. He likes his lifestyle. He's had this forever, as you know, and he's going to have it to the day he dies because he wants it. So if you have a problem with that, you should be moving on.
So you mentioned that you really enjoy cars and they make you happy. What was your first car?
My mom gave me her MGB, and I didn't think for the life of me I was going to be able to get in that car. But when you get in that car, that's an enormous amount of room. You're practically lying down in the damn thing. And it has this little, like the Mercedes 450 SLs, the older ones, has a little wooden thing where you sit back there. You can put people back there. So we actually would carry 3 people back there. I had an MGB.
Is that the... Oh, what was the...
I had wire wheels on it. And then,
yeah.
And then I had a dune buggy.
That was the one with like the soft top, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And I had a little luggage rack thing on the back. Mine was red, black. It was my mom's car. She gave it to me. And then I got a dune buggy, and then that broke down real quick. And then I got a truck.
What truck was it?
It was a Toyota truck. I purchased, I took over payments of my brother's truck.
Do you know the year?
In 1981 Toyota.
So that's actually the truck that I'm trying to buy right now, a 1981 Toyota truck.
It was an SR5, and I had 33-inch tires on it, and rough country shocks. I had I think a 3.5-inch lift. And
so, I know nobody can see this, but this is the truck I'm trying to buy.
Yeah.
A 1981 Toyota SR4, I think SR5, something like that.
Yeah, it's this truck he's trying to buy.
It's the bigger camera.
Yeah. Is this a long bed or short bed?
Long bed.
Yeah. They're a really good truck. You put a Weber carburetor on it and a header on it, and the thing just goes really fast.
It'll run forever, yeah.
And they have that emergency brake that you pull like this. Don't say I said this, but you might want to go in the parking lot and just get it some speed up and pull that brake on. And your rear just locks up. And I used to do that and all kinds of things. But, I was back when I was
kicking the back wheels out in a pickup truck.
Doing all that stuff. I can't believe the advancements in trucks nowadays.
Oh,
I mean, you look online, all that kind of stuff. I mean, these trucks, I'm serious. I mean, they're over $100,000 for the new ones, 100, sometimes 150. But they're as nice as any luxury sedan car. I mean, truthfully, they got heated steering wheels. They got all the bells and whistles. Plus, you got a truck bed.
I want one of those F-150s, the brand new 2020 F-150s. But they're like $85,000, and I don't want to pay that much for a truck.
See, I'm not going to do that. I need to get a truck, a towing truck. So I will get like the Ford F-450. I like Fords more than Chevys.
Do you have a trailer?
Huh?
Do you have a trailer?
Yeah. Yeah, I call it a multi-purpose trailer, but
is it a car trailer or is it one of the?
It doesn't hold cars, but it would carry all the quads and all the dirt bikes and all that at the Pismo. And
so is it like one of those open bed?
Yes,
the
yes.
It's like
a upgraded Gardner trailer kind of thing, because I took the wood out of the floor and I did the diamond plating and I got the gas tanks where it holds in the front, the tires and stuff. So it's 24 feet long. My other vehicle towed that, but I like my truck now.
Your truck's cool.
This is a half ton. I need a 450.
You want to do a car shopping
video? No, because no. I need a dually in the rear end. I need that stabilization. So I can wait on that. The gas mileage is just got to be horrendous.
Oh, it's abysmal. You got to get a diesel at that point.
Absolutely. I wouldn't buy anything but a diesel. I don't like gas trucks. I mean, I have a gas truck, but I just don't like it anymore. I just do diesel all the way with the truck.
What do you get? What miles per gallon do you get with your truck?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just so hateful. I get like 4 miles to the gallon.
You're kidding me, really?
I got 805 horsepower on it.
That's
fair. You hit the nitrous button, you got 1300 horsepower. So, my truck just...
Is it cammed?
What?
Is it cammed? Does it have a cam in it?
It's got everything in it. It's got everything. It's got basically a NASCAR engine in it.
Oh, goodness
gracious. But I had to take the gas tank out. That was 28 gallons. I put a 46-gallon gas tank in. And that 46-gallon gas tank goes through quicker than a 28-gallon goes through because it's, I got so much done to the engine.
Goodness gracious. That is abysmal gas mileage.
Just one of those things that I just kept going with. Right down to I remember when I put the internal cage in the thing, I went to see it, and I mean, my truck looked like It was just coming off the center line, just a shell. There was, I think, a windshield out.
They took everything out.
Oh my gosh. And I had some problems for about the first few months, like, getting all that back in there the way it should go. But now that it's in there, I love it. But I don't know if I'd ever go through that again. It's just, it's horrendous. But I think I'm going to Line-X the floor, like you put the liner in the bed, and put that on my floor, and then put the little holes in the thing for drains and things like that. It just looks cleaner, and I don't like the mats slipping all over the place.
I took all my floor mats out. I hate them.
There's only my carpet. You only see like 4 inches of it, and then where your placemat is, you got the console thing. So I think I'm just gonna rip it all out and then have it Line-X. That's a lot to do because sometimes they have glue at the bottom. And all that stuff's got to be taken out because you spray that stuff over it, it'll look funny. It's got to be done. So you got to channel the wires and all right. I can't do that. I don't have the tedious wiring things. Drives me crazy. I can't do wiring.
I could do it.
Just an extension cord that's 100 feet long that's all twisted up annoys me.
So I have a degree in computer engineering. I could do all that wiring stuff. I would just rather, I can afford to pay somebody else to do it. It's so much easier than to spend 47 hours doing it.
I just can't get that wiring stuff right.
It's simple, but it's complicated. You have to really think about it and really put 100% of your brain into it.
Yeah,
and then separate it all out wire by wire.
The potential of electrocuting me, I think I just stay away from it.
I was doing that last week. I got electrocuted.
Not that my hair would stand up or anything.
Yeah. I got electrocuted working on my house. We have this light switch that goes to an outside light that turns out is on a different breaker than the rest of the room.
Okay.
So I was taking it out to replace it. Shocked myself with 120 volts AC.
Were you still standing?
I was still standing. I was fine. But it made me sit down. I was like, I've had enough for a little while. I'm just going to sit down.
I just get a little bit when I do that. The car batteries, when they hit sometimes.
I remember doing that when we were trying to start the internet.
Yeah.
Scared the crap out of me.
Yeah. Okay, who's next?
Veronica says, what's wrong with my 13-year-old? They said her heart is good, so is she diabetic?
I don't think she's diabetic. I think she's potentially leading towards it, so her numbers are higher. So now would be the time that she eats right and exercises right, except she doesn't want to do it. So just try to get her to do it, because then we'll avoid her going into diabetes. And there is a huge flex with her hormones, but 13 should have told you that. But she has a good heart. She's got a good soul, so she's going to be fine. And how can you be mad at her? That's you. I mean, you can't. That's you. You think this one's stubborn? Go back to your 13. You being 13, for God's sakes. Come on now.
I'm sure I was a miserable 13-year-old to deal with.
My mother had every candle in the whole entire valley in her house being lit when I go outside, because my friends would say, "There's your house, Chris," because it would be glowing. Because my mom would be saying, I was just a really wild kid. Now look at me. I'm calm.
I was just so defiant and annoying.
I can see that.
You can see that. Wow. Jetta Lee says, "Hi Chris. I've been experiencing health issues this week. Stomach pains, acid reflux. The doctor can't figure it out. Are there any messages or ideas about my health?"
I mean, you figured it out. You've got a sensitive stomach, and you have some acid reflux, which is hereditary in the family, and you're gluten and lactose intolerant. So, I mean, you figured it out, dear. You did my job for me.
Jay West says, "Hi Chris, what are my spirit guides' name?"
You only have one, and that would be Stan, a male.
Welcome Lizzie and Christina to the memberships.
Welcome, guys.
That is a lot
Welcome
of people.
to the family.
16 so far, if I'm counting right.
I don't know.
I've lost count.
But I can see them. I can tell them all because they're what color? What color?
They are green.
Okay, I can see because they got the wings there. Wings a dead giveaway that they're a member.
Kelly says, "Will I meet somebody who loves me and win?"
A lot of people love you. Now, come on. But you are lovable. But no one can love you being that you don't go anywhere. So go out so you can get some love, silly. Yes, I think it'll be in about 6 months.
Ashley says, "I have so many changes right now with work and grad school. I stay overwhelmed, and am I going the right direction for me and my family?"
Oh, absolutely. But, you are kind of a glutton of punishment, because if I talk to you in 10 years, you're going to be overwhelmed. Why? You're always going to stack your day busy, 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 busy. My mother did the same thing too. If you have a day where you don't have anything to do, you feel like you're missing out, and that's a worse day than if you have a busier day. So just go with it. Go with the flow of it. Just realize you're going to be busy, but you'll get a lot done in this life. You can get to see a lot of things. I think that's better.
Amber says, "What's my spirit guide's name?"
Your spirit guide, I believe, goes by the name of Aneta.
Lizzie says, "What's the time frame you see to get for me to get my master's degree?"
In about 3.5 years, because it will be a start and stop program.
Suzanne, welcome to the memberships.
Yes, Suzanne, welcome to the memberships. Where's your question? You're a member. I want to answer your question.
Christina says, "How will things turn out with Israel?"
Well, long time coming. I think it'll be good, but there's a long time with this, not to get too into depth with it.
Candace says, "Will I get superpowers?"
Well, I think we all have a bit of superpowers. I think, like we said earlier, that not this time today. Everyone's psychic, just like athletes. Some athletes are faster. Some people are psychic. You're empathic, so that's where yours lies.
Crystals is just joined to memberships as well. Sorry, I forgot the word.
These things are rolling pretty quickly, huh?
They are. It's going quick. It's hard for me to catch up. Aaron says, "My husband has a caretaker theme even though he's disabled. He's very determined. I've always wanted to know, what is his secondary theme?"
That would be loner. He just wants to, he likes people, but he gets fed up with people. So he just has to give himself his alone time. That's not a big thing. Otherwise, if he don't, he'll be really crotchety and cross.
Lois says, "What is going on with my vision?"
I think it has to do with your blood sugar. So I would get your blood sugar checked. I would get an endocrinologist to check your hormones. And I would also go to an ophthalmologist and check your eyesight. But I think what's going on with the eyesight is your blood sugar, because I think that's throwing off your eyesight.
Radens says, "Will I ever have a best friend or a close group of friends? Thank you."
Well, I think you'll have one that's like a best buddy to you, yes. I don't think that'll happen till about end of summer of this coming year, so that's not far. But I don't see you going around with like a really big entourage or anything like that. You don't really need that anyways.
Fatima says, "Will I meet and marry my soulmate?"
No, your soulmate's in heaven, but your kindred soul's here, so you'll meet them in about, I think, 4.5, maybe 5 months. And once again, I just want to thank the members that have already joined. I want to thank the rest of you for looking up at these memberships. And I just can't tell you with the donations of that. I greatly, greatly appreciate that, because it allows Chris to be here. It allows my mother's videos to be coming on. It allows this channel to stay open and to grow, and for us to do more innovative stuff. I'm going to be going into those containers this coming weekend and looking for all that stuff again, because I want to make sure that we can keep putting out like we're putting out. I think we're how close now with our subscriptions? I think we're like less than 100 away from 10,000, and we get our merch
40
account
in the last 35 minutes.
Okay,
so we are now 40 people away.
60 or something more to go, and we get our merch count out. And you guys, I'm excited for you to see it, because I know you're going to love it. And I just think we're all one big happy family. We're going to be doing this every Sunday, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and we're going to be doing it one day this week. Chris, you're going to get with me and figure out that. So we've got anything else you guys want to see us doing, put it down in the comment section below. And please give us a thumbs up, give us a like, because it sends the message out to we can reach as many people as we possibly can to help them. We got some scavenger hunts coming up. We got some really cool stuff with the members. But those emoji things that you guys can doll up yourself, they're really cool. I mean, that's really cool. I think I wonder if I could have one myself. It's my channel. If I can make my own emoji or not. Do you know? Mr. Technical Wizard over there? Do you guys know? Can I make my own emoji?
I don't know, but I believe
Come
you
on,
can.
I want a Chris emoji. Okay, guys. Stay uplifted. God bless. Love you. See you next week. There it go.